All right, now this should be the one for the books. Okay, it should be. We should be good now. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. We should be good. We should be good. Yes, we are. Yes. How is everyone doing? What is up, YT? How are y'all doing? I hope you had a wonderful, fantastic week. We are now Friday. Shout out to everyone that has the weekend off. Hello, everyone. We are still celebrating Juneteenth. Yes, we are still celebrating Juneteenth until the after party. Y'all know the after party is when? July 4th. Yeah. So we are still celebrating Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth to everyone. The day of freedom. Yes, yes, yes. I would like to definitely pay homage to the Juneteenth, the Mrs. Juneteenth. I've actually had the opportunity to meet her. Let me, well, actually, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up these pictures of her. Let me take a look first. It was very lovely meeting her. I learned a lot. We talked very briefly about her book and everything that she went through to make the day a holiday. She do definitely is a upbeat person. Can y'all see my phone? Okay. She is definitely a upbeat person. Funny, hilarious. Okay, hilarious. Okay, wait a minute. These are the pictures. Wait a minute. Can I share these pictures? The reason why I have to be careful is because of where I was at. But I will share this one. So, to the queen, to the queen, to the queen, to the queen. I will share that picture. And the other pictures I can't share of me with her because of where I'm at, and that is a very private location. But anyway, y'all, we are here on Juneteenth Friday. Yes, 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 yes. The start off to Juneteenth was yesterday, and today is Juneteenth Friday. We're going to keep it moving. We are here to talk about our new favorite show, y'all. The 1,000-pound Roomies season 1, episode 12. Okay. Episode 12. Kale-ing, like the letters Kale. I love the title to this episode. Kale-ing me softly. So we about to jump into it. Let me check. Let me check one more time, y'all. Because y'all know I've been trying to make this video. I've been trying to do it, okay? Well, I got some time. I've been trying to do it. I've been trying to do it. Okay, good. We are good. So we started off where we left off on episode 2 at Granny house. And as you know, the way they left off episode 2 at Granny house, it seemed like everybody was leading to a no as far as Jasmine getting the weight loss surgery. Yeah, it upset a lot of people. It upset a lot of people, which definitely shocked me. And I was like, wait a minute, y'all, before we all just jump to conclusions, let's see it all out. And so Jasmine started crying. Her mom went over to her and comforted her and was like, baby, you know what? I'm going to support you with regardless what you do. I'm going to be there. Your mom's going to be there. Now go ahead and eat before you have this surgery. And it was so welcoming to see that, because before she did that, Jazz's mom basically was like, no, she didn't, agree to the surgery, as we saw episode 2. And she had asked Jazz if she could just try a regular diet. But when Jazz started crying, she did come over to Jazz, give Jazz that comfort that only a mother can give. and told Jazz that she was going to be there for her regardless. The granny also said some things that shocked a lot of people. She told Jasmine that the reason why she said no was because of a conversation. Well, not because of a conversation, but years ago, Jasmine was actually talking to her grandmother about the weight loss surgery. And the grandmother said, you know what? The reason why I said no was because I didn't want to say yes and something happened to you. That will kill me if something happened to you. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if something happened to you. And it demonstrated the selfishness. And, she like kind of admitted to that. But then she also spoke about how the medical field has changed so much. And this surgery, the weight loss surgeries, is being like, people are getting it left and right. And that it has changed so much from when it first started and when a lot of people was suffering from it and everything. And I will have to add on top of that, it's not so much that the weight loss surgery, the procedures back in the day was just horrible. I think that it was the after effect, because a lot of people that I know that had it, like when it was first up and going, the reason why it wasn't a success for them was because they wasn't getting like enough nutrients and stuff, and the education as far as that go wasn't really pushed out there for them to know, like, okay, I still need to eat this amount, I still need to take in this amount. You get what I'm saying? So wait a minute, y'all. I think we got an issue. I think we got an issue. Wait a minute. I think we got an issue. Ah, internet issues. Wait a minute. Do we? Do we? Do we? Do we? Do we? Let me go to my. I do apologize about this. This is so unprofessional of me. You know what? Let me go back to here. Okay. Let me go back to here real quick. And see, it shows that. Wait a minute. Hmm. Okay, so we are good. We are good. Okay. Woo! I'm about to say not again. Jesus. Oh Lord, I've been trying to make this video for I don't know how many attempts, but okay. Finally, okay, we are good, y'all. We are definitely good. Let me put my comments on so I can see y'all comments as it roll in. But yes, so Granny basically said how she acknowledged that a lot of things has changed in the medical field as far as this weight loss surgery go, and that she wants Jazz to be happy. So if that means to go ahead and agree with this surgery, she's going to support her. And so she gave Jazz her blessing, which was so good and so warming to see her do that. Because as Jasmine said, whatever grandma say, oh y'all, my allergies, Lord Jesus. Whatever grandma say goes. And so she said yes. So now it is a go. So we're gonna go to the next scene, y'all. The next scene was so funny. It was Nisha making sea moss drinks. Okay. So she's over there really making this sea moss drink. I'm like, Lord Jesus. Now, I have tried sea moss. I know someone personally very close to me that actually make the best sea moss. And I'm like, girl, it's not that hard. Like, what are you doing? She was putting like salt to try to wake the sea moss up. Of course, it's gonna taste nasty. Like, girl, you're doing it wrong. And I have actually been watching Nisha YouTube page. She has a YouTube page, y'all. I'll put it down below that way I can go check it out. And she cooks on there, and the food looks top tier. Okay, so she was really trying this. And as a cook, because I'm gonna cook this myself, as a cook, you do go through some recipes where it's just a plump, plump, plump. So anyway, she's making this sea moss drink, and Jazz knee pain is getting worse. And it's confusing her because she's losing the weight. Okay. As she's losing the weight, the pain is getting worse. And she's like, I thought when you lose the weight, things are supposed to get better. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You got to think about your muscle mass. You got to think about your protein. Sometimes, depending on how much you weigh, it could be that skin, just heavy. It can be heavy, and people don't realize that. But her knees is getting worse, and her pain is getting worse, and it is definitely confusing her. And so she's in the bedroom with her daughter Nana while Nisha is making the sea moss. And so she yells to Nisha, where's the scale? And Nisha's like, it's in here. So Jazz come into the living room and she weighs herself. She weighs herself, guys. And we're going to get into that in a minute. But while she comes into the living room and she's looking for the scale, Jazz talks about how she wants to get a bed for her daughter because her daughter want her own space and all that type of stuff. And it was cool. Nisha actually was like, yeah, let's do it. And I can get Joe. Y'all know who Joe is. Nisha situationship for the past 19, 20 years, girl. I can get Joe up over here and he can put the bed together for us. And so Jazz was like, why don't you, do you want to date him? Like, why don't you want something more? But child, Nisha was like, she feel like the reason why he hasn't went any further with them is because she's the biggest girl, the biggest lady, the biggest queen he's ever been with. And so Jazz feel like that the reason why Nisha won't like talk to him about like them actually dating is because she'll be afraid of what Joe may say or that he really don't want to be with her like that. And that was really sad. That was really sad. That was really sad. And I do want Nisha to find somebody that loves her and stuff because she's so much fun. And her YouTube videos, she's very laid back and love to go. She's always going somewhere. So it would be good to see her like with someone that's like that as well and that can love her the same because obviously she love, she love love. She love love. And so Joe, y'all, we're gonna get into Joe later. We're gonna get into Joe later. So Jasmine weighs herself, y'all, and she has lost 60 pounds. 60 pounds. So she has 70 more pounds to go. And she said she has to lose 70 more pounds in the next 6 weeks. She is losing this weight fast. And I've seen a lot of people on semaglutide, trimetazide, and yes, they're losing it fast. She is losing this weight fast. And so anyway, they try to see my drink and it is disgusting, okay? Disgusting. The next thing is Nisha mom, and Nana, who is Jazz's daughter, they all go to the park. Nisha mom noticed right away Jazz pain, and she didn't talk to her about it right away, but she noticed it, okay? She noticed it. But y'all, Nisha made a comment. She made a comment, y'all. I'm reading my little notes here. She made a comment because I want to leave nothing out. She made a comment that she feel like her mom attends and very attentive and love Jazz because she feels that Jazz is the daughter that her mom really wants. I'm like, okay. Nisha, I would like for Nisha to open up some more. It's some things going. I mean, we've already seen the conflict between Nisha and her mom when it came to Nisha being raised up in the cult, and Nisha has a lot of I wouldn't say anger, but she has a lot of negative feeling toward her mom about raising her up in the cult. But it is, to me, I feel like it's a little bit more to the story for her to say that Jazz is the daughter that she know her mom wished she would have. And Jazz is like, that is not true. That is not true at all. And so while Nana is playing, Nisha mom family bring it up to Jazz about the pain. And she's like, Jazz, what's going on? What's going on? And Jazz is like, I'm in pain. I'm not sleeping. It's just a lot. And so Nisha brought up, she asked Jazz, she was like, I'm not trying to be like mean or, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade, but is the shots worth it? Like Nisha started telling her mom that since she's been taking the shots and been on this diet, her health has been declining and how she's not eating. She's not eating. And Jazz is so focused, and I get where Jazz is coming from. She's so focused that she do have to eat a little. And I think that Jazz feel like when Nisha say she needs to eat, that she needs to eat these big, huge meals again. One of the things that Nisha do that a lot of people may not know unless they watch her YouTube or know her personally, Nisha is a hustle and she is a chef. Like, let's just go ahead and put it out there. She's a chef. And she actually does meal preps for people. So she can do a nice meal prep for Jazz, but Jazz is just not eating. She is focused on losing this weight to get this weight loss surgery as soon as possible. As soon as possible. And it's not right. It's not healthy because even after the weight loss surgery, she's going to have to learn how to eat. She's going to have to learn how to eat. You have to eat. You have to eat. You just have to. And so she asked Jazz, is it worth it? And so the next thing, y'all, this thing, I loved it. Nisha and Jazz got in, as Jazz said, Nisha's small car. And child, Jazz was just going on and on about how small Nisha's car was and how she had to crawl to get inside of the car. And Nisha was like, girl, you didn't have to crawl to get inside of the car. It was just hilarious to see them two together. And they get to the furniture store. The furniture store was called Jerome's Furniture. So they get to Jerome Furniture. And Jazz had to go to the back because Nisha wasn't going to the back. Okay. They get into the store and it's huge. Nisha, you can tell Nisha has not been anywhere in a long time because the furniture store was huge, but it wasn't huge like an airport. And she made this statement. She was like, it's huge like an airport, and where the beds were, they were in the back. And so she was like, I can't walk all the way back there. And the salesman was like, look, I can go take pictures. I can FaceTime you. And Nisha was like, no, that's not what it is. She really want me to go back there. And it is true. Like, Nisha didn't even want to, my bad, Jazz didn't even want to get out. She wanted to buy the bed online, okay? But Nisha went ahead and agreed to go with the salesman all the way to the back to go look at the beds, go look at the bunk beds for Nana. And on the way back there, a lot of people had some things about this to say. Nisha was asking if they had snacks at the furniture store, like snow cones, nachos, what other snacks? Just different type of snacks at the furniture store. And the guy was like, no. He was like, I can bring that up to my manager. And Nisha was like, yeah, because I remember I went to this furniture store one time and they had snacks. And a lot of people was talking and going in on Nisha about this. And I am here to tell you, Nisha was saying nothing but facts. When I saw that, it brought back so many memories when Nisha was talking about that, because I remember going into furniture stores and they had popcorn, cookies, even Haverty's. When I had got my bedroom set a couple of years ago, they had cookies, soda, cappuccino, nachos, they donuts, don't just anything, mini burgers, they sliders. They had food at just about every furniture store. Nowadays it's not as popular, and the thing that I had got was, I was thinking about that with my Virgo brain. And I get why they used to do it, because when you're at home at your dining table, couch, on your bed, one of your comforts is food. So that's how they will bring you in. But nowadays, a lot of furniture stores don't do that no more. But just a tip for you furniture people. But anyway, so they FaceTime Jazz after Nisha and the salesman make it back to the back, and he shows them this bunk bed, which was gorge, but it wasn't what Jazz wanted. It just wasn't. And then he showed her another bunk bed, and it just wasn't it for Jazz. And so, unfortunately, they didn't find a bed for Nana at the furniture store. The next thing was kind of like, I had to watch it a couple of times. So Nisha says she need a break from Jazz, and she met up with her friend Bree, who is also a friend of Jazz. And if you watch Nisha YouTube, you will see Bree in a lot of her videos. They do hang out a lot. And it is true from what I see on the YouTube videos that Bree is another one of their BBW friends that likes to get out just as much, if not more, than Nisha, and love food just like the girlies do, okay? Point blank and a period. Nothing wrong with that. And so they meet up to go eat. And Nisha talk about missing her friend and Jazz. Like, she missed their bond over food. She missed, just their old friendship. She missed that. And to see her going through what she's going through, it really do like hurt her. It's a lot for her to like see and watch. And she's trying to do all that she can, but it's just she needed a break for a second. She just needs to get away and just go hang with another friend. And I can definitely understand that, because being in a friend group, especially if you're close to one person, then the other one, sometimes depending on what life is throwing at you or that person, you need just a break and go hang out with another friend just for at least one day or a moment, whatever. Just vent, especially if y'all all loyal friends. Like, yeah, ain't nothing like that. So Nisha keep going on about like how she missed her friend and Jazz and everything. And Bree asked the question that everybody wanted Nisha to answer. The question was, let me come closer. The question was, Nisha, are you like, are you jealous of Jazz? She says no. And I believe Nisha. I believe Nisha because of her answer. She said that when Jazz started taking the shots, and she started noticing how much weight she was losing, she was like, well, maybe I should take it. But Nisha also go through this thing that a lot of big girls go through. It's like, do I really want to lose weight or do I don't? Especially when you're confident and you're comfortable like Nisha is. I was once like that, still like that at times, and I have to fight through it because you do get comfortable, especially when your life is like in your head normal. Like you can still get guys, it ain't nothing to get some. But as you mature, you start noticing that, heck, if the uglies of the ugly can get it, of course, if the beauty of the beauty, I'm the beauty of the beauty. Anybody can get something. If you get what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying. Anybody can get it. Once you mature, like I had to mature when I was in my comfort zone. I used to think that way too. Like, I don't need to lose weight. Like, I'm good. Like, what's the point? Like, what is the motivation to lose weight? I had no motivation. Like, I was high confident. So I had no health issues. That wasn't an issue. I had guys like knocking all the time, calling, what are you doing? All the time, inboxing all the time. So it wasn't, I didn't have like a reason to lose weight. And right now, Nisha don't have a reason to lose weight. So I definitely understand that, but Nisha is failing to realize that she is not that far away. If she keeps going up in her weight, which it seems like, I don't know, it seems like Nisha kind of stays right there where she's at, but she says she weighed 425. That is a lot. And now that she's active as Nisha is, this is the most important time for her to lose weight before she does get older, because even though she's active now, like I was active, and then boom, something can happen to you and your life change like that. And I just don't want that to happen to Nisha, because she is a beautiful soul, beautiful heart, a beautiful spirit, has a lot to give to the world. And I want her to know that this is the time to just go ahead and do it. Even if it's just 50 pounds, even if it's just 100, you can still be a BBW and do you boo and look good, but yeah. So I definitely believe her. And it was good to finally get that answer out of her, and not later in the season, but early in the season. So the next thing is a doctor appointment. Jazz has a doctor appointment, and she comes into the living room. Anisha is where in the kitchen, baby, getting. I want Nisha to cook me a plate, okay? I want Nisha to cook me a plate. And so she's talking to Jazz, and she's like, Jazz, look, you need to eat. Let me at least make you a turkey sandwich. Jazz is like, no, I got a virtual appointment. And Nisha's like, well, your doctor about to hear me eating this turkey and see you eating this turkey sandwich. So the doctor called, and at first, the doctor had asked Jazz, so how's everything going? And Jazz, everything's going fine. And Nisha gave her this look like, and so then Jazz went ahead and told the doctor how she's been in pain and stuff like that. And the doctor's like, you can take Tylenol. Nothing wrong with that. But anyway, the conversation kept going, and the doctor found out that that Jazz ain't been eating or taking in no protein. So she's like, I've already told you about this. We had this conversation. So I'm like, editors, TLC, why y'all trying to make it look like Nisha is so hard on Jazz about eating, when obviously this is a conversation that's been going on, and Nisha is looking out for her friend. Maybe y'all got high, got a high. Actually, let me go and take it off. Okay, we ain't getting sponsored what yet. So let me just go ahead and take this off, because I don't like the way I was holding that water bottle. Okay. So this is why Nisha is pushing Jazz to eat. And some people, the way they edit it is making it seem like Nisha is pushing Jazz to eat. So she don't lose the weight. No, this is a conversation that Jazz been having with her doctor, and this is not a first time episode. And Nisha is really trying to help her friend. And if you really, really dig into it, like I said on her YouTube channel, she actually meal preps for other people. That's one of her side hustles. And then the food that she was trying to make for her was a turkey sandwich. Okay? A turkey sandwich. And to be honest, even the breakfast that she made, besides the potatoes, I didn't see nothing else wrong with that breakfast that she made that was out of order as far as like diet. But you still do need some potatoes. You still need a little bit of calories. I know I did. I'm not calories, but carbs to eat. I can't do the keto thing. I need some carbs, okay? Because my mind need to function. Anyway, I don't see anything wrong with her wanting to make her a turkey sandwich, and it made sense why Nisha needed a break. It made sense when the doctor said that. And the doctor was like, look, if you don't get enough protein, it can break down your muscles. And from there, you get your start. It's like a domino effect. And you will be in big trouble, okay? It ain't nothing to play about. And we went to commercial and came back. And that was definitely a big eye-opener because, to be honest with you, when I first started this journey, my current journey of weight loss, one of the things that I did was I wasn't eating enough. And I started noticing like I need to get protein in. So that's when I started drinking my Premier protein shakes. And when I say it made a huge difference, it made a huge difference in my energy and everything. So it is true. Like, don't deprive yourself from protein. Get your grilled chicken, your baked chicken, or whatever. Get however you can get your protein in, get it in. Get the Premier vanilla, the Premier caramel, put it in your coffee, get it in some kind of way. Just get it in. Speaking of, I gotta get some more before I run out. So the next thing is Jazz and Nisha is putting Nana bed together, and Jazz is like, and where is Joe? And finally, Joe pops up, and it was so funny because he pops up late and he walks into Jazz's room, and Nisha's like, "Where you been? Where you been? You know, I need you to work on something else too. Where you been?" But it was this one section when Nisha was like, "Who you been working?" Because he said, I've been working, or I've been doing something like that. And Nisha was like, "Who you been working? Who you with? Who you been with?" And Jazz added her 2 cents in. It was like she was like questioning him down too, like, "Who you been working, Joe? Who you been working on, Joe?" It was just funny. A very, very funny scene. And of course, Joe wants what in return? Food. I don't blame him the way he should be cooking. I don't blame him. He wants some food. So while he starts working on putting Nana bed together, that Jazz had purchased where online. I'm not sure. I'm sure Nisha helped purchase it too, but they got it online. Jazz and Nisha go out into the dining room, and Jazz is just telling her that, you know, she really wants somebody that's going to treat her right. She love her, and really, you don't want to be with her. And she was like, "You need to talk to Joe about taking you on a date. Like, don't you want to go on a date?" And so Joe comes out, and he's just like, "Jazz, ask Joe what you asked me." So Jazz asked Joe, when you taking Nisha on a date? And y'all, he ringing around the rose, he pocket full of dough, and ran back into the room to finish putting the bed together for Nana. And baby, I was like, red flag again. At this point, Nisha eyes was finally open, and she was like, "Okay, where's the dating apps? Where is the dating apps?" And we end this scene, y'all, with a beautiful room reveal for Nana. Nana absolutely loved her bed. It was so beautiful. It was white. I think it had some off pink, like a touch of pink in it. I'm not sure. It had like a desk under it. It was like a bunk bed with a desk under it. Just a cute little cozy spot. It had some lights hanging down. It was so cute. It's so perfect for Nana. And Nana loved it. She gave her mom a hug. She thanked her mom. She thanked Nisha and Uncle Joe, y'all. And they all had a group hug. And it was just so good to see. It was so good to see. And the next scene, I love this scene. I love this scene. So Nisha took Jazz out because, you know, Jazz been going through a lot. Nisha is so caring. Jazz is so caring. So Nisha took Jazz out because, you know, she's going through a lot and going through all the pain and everything. And they meet up with the girls for dinner. And Jazz is like, I want y'all to do me a favor. And everybody's like, what? She's like, don't get fat. And Nisha and Bree is there. It's like, girl, we already did it. I got a t-shirt. I think are so funny. And Nisha's like, I need you to eat up all your food. And we do, Jazz. We need you to eat some protein, okay? We want you around healthy, okay? And so that was like y'all know how they do the show. There's like an interview where they be interviewing them about like about the part of the show we're seeing. So they go to that, and it's Nisha and Jazz are sitting next to each other on the couch, and you can literally hear Jasmine's stomach like growling like for a big long time. I was like, oh my goodness, it was funny. I never heard that before. I was like, wow. So they get back to the dinner table, and everybody is like talking about Nisha love life, and they're all like encouraging her, like, girl, Joe ain't it. Get on a dating site. And so the next scene is Nisha is brushing this pink wig because she want to take some photos for her dating profile. So Nisha is going to really try this dating site. And they showed some pictures of Nisha, and a lot of people was like, ugh. I was like, yes, serve. Beautiful. Nisha and Jazz is both beautiful. Everybody want to say Jazz is the face card. Nisha is beautiful as well. They are both equally beautiful. And while they're going through that, of course, they do the interview. And you see Nisha and Jazz. And Nisha is talking, and Jazz's face kind of just goes still. And this is what we've been seeing in the preview forever. And, you know, it's like, is Jazz having a stroke? What's happening? And so I don't know if that's the producer. It was the guy that came over. I don't know if he was the producer, one of the cameramen, or the medics that was there. And he's like, say your name. Like, he's asking her questions. He's telling her to breathe. And she looks and she nods just a little bit. And so she said, get my food. And he understood her. He was able to go get her bag, get her protein, her Premier protein, and she drank it. You know what? They need to be Premier, I need y'all to sponsor me and Jazz and Nisha. Period. And Tammy. Period. And so she drinks her Premier, and you can see her like instantly getting better, which is proving that you need your protein. But the medics also treat her. They did like this writing, screen went black, you know, the writing. And it said that the medics on site treated her and recommend her to go to the hospital, go see a doctor as soon as possible. And the next scene is so touching because she's holding her daughter. They're hugging each other. And you can feel the concern that her daughter has of her mom going to the hospital, and her and her daughter just embrace and tell each other they love them and love each other. And Jazz like reassures her daughter that she'll be back home soon. That is so scary to say because you really, really don't know. But you know, if you're gonna be back home soon, or what's gonna happen, or what the doctors may tell you. So I could definitely relate to what Jazz is going through in that moment, and to have to say that to your daughter is like, oh, and the concern that her daughter had as well. And so Jazz and Nisha gets into Nisha's car, and Nisha is like driving as fast as she can, speed limit, y'all, and it's like they're getting all the red lights. And y'all, that is the end of 1,000 Pound Roomie season 1, episode 12. Kale-ing me softly. We did see a preview of Jazz in the emergency room. Well, not in the emergency room, but the room. I guess they went to the emergency room, and she's, I believe, getting her blood drawn, and she's saying like how nervous she is, and she's nervous about what the doctors may tell her. We also see the girls go on a girls trip. It's Jazz, Nisha, and 2 other ladies. And I believe they were at the girl dinners too. And they go to Big Bear, and that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. And y'all, guess who take who out on a date? Joe took Nisha out on a date. And Nisha like, I want us to be us. You know, us as a couple. So that is the sneak preview of the next episode, y'all. I hope y'all love this review. Definitely comment down below, like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all, I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all. We finally did it.